Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, SDL Province, Blue Team. OSO, as an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee, but can get specialized ranged weapons. There she goes. Alongside, Miggs, as a brother captain, a durable hero, walking through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support fighting in melee. Rounding off the team, Tekesh, as a Warboss, a melee hero, walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Red team, we got some Chaos fellas. Gaius Baltar is a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero, walking through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. Thousand Suns elite scheme here. Alongside, Fear as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control, also Thousand Suns elite scheme. And rounding off the teams, Mostafa as a Farseer support hero, fighting in melee with some powerful buffs and control. This is the Exodites elite scheme here. They're on the east side against a Warboss. West side is Inquisitor versus Chaos Lord. And looks like the mid players are going opposite directions, although Fear is just hanging out. Looks like they're all going to double. It's going to 2v2 the west side, I think. But it's Miggs who shows up first. Heretics having to back off there for Gaius Baltar. Good special from the Inquisitor, knocks around those CSM. Chaos Lord was busy capping the wreck point. Was that the right play? CSM having to run now. Heretics still backing off. Where is Fear? Here they are. Couple of Heretics of their own. That was Banishment you just heard there. And maybe you saw it too from the Tomes of Titan. Heretics run. Hammer of the Witches on a Chaos Lord. Big stomp went in from the Sentinel. Here come the Chaos Space Marines of Fear, and they do have Eternal War active for 20% more damage. Looks like they're just in melee mode right now. Maybe not. They just wanted to get really close to shoot their bolt guns. Maybe they should have been in melee mode. They might have got a model off those Strike Squad fellas. Brother Captain and the Inquisitor still doing okay in terms of health, as are the Chaos fellas. 496 to 500 on the east side quickly. The Orks have been pushed back. Eldar coming through onto the power. Double Guardians in play. Looks like the Banshees took a beating. The Farseer seems okay though. Back to the western side. Contested VP is turning red now for the Chaos fellas. The wreck point was decapped. Sorcerer gets a good special. And CSM still in play, forcing melee combat on those poor guardsmen who are going for the garrison, looks like. CSM need to be careful now. Sorcerer also runs. Got aspiring champion Heretics here for Gaius Baltar. Contested victory point is red. Another aspiring champion Heretic squad here for Gaius Baltar. Lots of swarmy melee coming up. Might need that crossbow bolt pistol there, Miss Inquisitor. Oh, Miggs lost their stormtroopers somewhere. I didn't even notice them die. There's one. Not sure what happened to the others. Looks like they just got caught in the melee back there. There's some Corn Worship for +2 speed. But those guys aren't using it. It's hanging out over there. On the east side, lots of Daka from the Orks. Farseer, I think, gets away. Does not get away. But those sluggers got rocked by double grenades coming in from the Guardians. Banshee's looking for the flank. There's still an Ork flying around all over the place. Banshee's got suppressed by aiming. What's that? Can I check to see if I can put my drink down properly? There we go. I don't think those sluggers had burners. So not a massive loss for Tekesh. Got the Farseer down. Can replace the sluggers if they like. They got the looters up with a death gun. Maybe the Sorcerer can come over. Oh, they are. They're coming to the east side, maybe to get a revive. Warboss stomps and runs away. Did get the decap. And we have double aspiring champion Heretics for Fear as well. On the west side, Combi Flamer in play for the Chaos Lord. Dangerous ranged weapon, can pick off targets as he's chasing them around. Or just sit back in range stance and be a really tough ranged combatant. Hammer of the Witches stuns him. Got the Captain helping out. 2v1 against Gaius Baltar now. Needs to be careful. I mean, you don't want to instantly capitulate and give up your side, but you also don't want to stay in play and lose too much stuff. They have grenade launcher Heretics here. CSM dropped a model. Maybe blue team can touch the power now with a Purgation squad. Interceptors now for Miggs. Who needs stormtroopers, eh? Back towards the mid. Eldar looking for a flank maybe. Looters are being sneaky with hide the guns. And we got some rangers up here for Mostafa. Sniper infantry that can disrupt and damage from long range. They need to get their Pathfinder gear these days to actually get their long rifle snipers, and they have got it. Grenades. Uh-oh, friendly fire. Banshee's dying. Looks like they're going to be okay. We have physics freaking out again. West side, bunch of Tzeentch worship. Brother Captain runs away. Any war gear for you, Mr. Brother Captain? No. Inquisitor has gone for Holy Brazier. And there you see the Holy Pyre debuffing and damaging nearby enemies in that radius. It's good area denial. Sonic Blaster on the Noise Marines doing some good work. Inquisitor goes in to tie them up. And since she has a Holy Brazier, she's going to have a power melee weapon. Doom bolts and all sorts kicking off over there. Back towards the western edge though. Sentinel in amongst it. Looks like they've stomped already. And they may be stuck now. They sure do seem pretty stuck. Purgation trying to help out. Interceptors trying to help out with some disruption, but down goes the Sentinel. You got 2 on you, care, says Fear. Are they referring to... Yeah, they're referring to this side. I think they're aware of the 2. Hammer of the Witches, oh, finishes off the Noise Marines there. They only lasted 1 fight, I think. That's a big win for the blue team. Getting those guys down, although they did lose the Sentinel too. Tier 2 for OSO. And Tier 2 for Fear. Early Blood Crusher maybe. Warboss runs away. No War Gear level 2 though. Banshee's on the prowl. What do they have? Aspect of, if I can select them, Aspect of Strength. Looters trying to set up with a Death Gun. And they did set up in time. Would do huge amounts of damage at that close range. Grenades coming in. One grenade knocked them into the other. Looters, I think, are okay. I may have just cursed them to death. No, they're okay. The Rangers showed up a little bit sooner, maybe, and got a couple of shots off on those guys. They may not have got away. West side, uncapped. Chaos Fellas coming back in. CSM for Gaius Baltar do not have a ton of war. Fear does indeed get a quick Blood Crusher. Always fun to see. Catachan Devils for OSO. They can get a Sarge in Tier 2 with a Melter Gun to help out against vehicles. Blood Crusher has vehicle armor. Purgation can get anti-vehicle weapons as well. So they can respond quickly once they hit those Tier 2s. It's always nice to pair your Blood Crusher with Raptors, I think. So you can jump on those anti-vehicle squads. This is the case with all vehicles in Tier 2 though. Jump squads can do a lot for you to help keep your vehicle safe. Jumping on las cannons and missile launchers and things. Mark of Khorne, Chaos Space Marines for Fear. And they did get their Eternal War in. They had it already, these guys, didn't they? This guy's Baltar that didn't have it. Bane Wolf dropped in by OSO. Unique to the Inquisitor with a big old chem cannon on it. That can dissolve structures and infantry alike. Holy Pyre. Just going to be avoided for now, I think. There's that Blood Crusher. Under infiltration of the Tzeentch worship. It is a demon, so it benefits greatly from worship with health and energy regen. And it's a pretty good combatant with some heavy melee damage too. We have the Nemesis Force Halberd for the Brother Captain. Purgation running away. Orks want to join the fight. Might get a 3v3 fight here. Chem Cannon with the big discharge of chemical slop, slowing down those Chaos Space Marines. Back into the Tzeentchian worship to survive. Eldar having a go now. Fleeting in. Ghost Helm up for the Farseer, and then they promptly run away. And Rune Armor is in. Just mistimed that little push there. Maybe they thought that Fear was going in as well. Power bashing Noise Marines. They replaced their Noise Marines, guys, Baltar. And they're making them count. Gonna get a decap too. Miggs doesn't like this. These guys are all infiltrated. So good Doom Bolts to open it up. Interceptors got wrecked by that, and Blood Crusher's going after them. So are Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. These guys with power melee chain axes and plasma pistols. The aspiring champion also gets a melter pistol. I think there is talks about making that melter pistol a bit better in the next update. Buffing the damage of it, I assume. Maybe the range. More power bash and a decap was good. Inquisitor shows up. Hammer of the Witches. But, gotta be careful. There's a blood crusher there. She's gonna die, and she does. Down she goes. Meanwhile, though, the Bane Wolf got a full power bash on the northwest, and it's going straight for the northeast power now. These guys kind of milling around for a bit too long, maybe, after they bashed that power. Orks thinking about having a scrap. We have a Pain Boy with stronger Git Source in. Tekesh with those replaced sluggers. They don't have their burners, but they do have their Knob Leader up. Chaos Lord looking for a fight, finds it in the form of a big old Warboss. He gets in on the Heretics, throws down a stomp. Sluggers coming in now. Are they going to throw the Git Source onto the Warboss? I wonder. Looks like they want to save it for the sluggers, perhaps. There's Cacophony from the Noise Marines. Dark Flames thrown in. Big fight brewing here. Bane Wolf. There's the beamy looters getting shots on the Blood Crusher. Down it goes. It was the Purgation that finished it off there. And there's the heal on the sluggers. The heal over time from the Git Source. They're fighting some Marines, user choppers, and Ardboys thrown in. The CSM staying in there, though. Sluggers have run. That's a Terminator Librarian, looks like. Buffing those guys with the Might of Titan, I believe. Don't think it shows up in a unit card. Okay, a Sorcerer runs away. Heretics run away. Farseer also runs away. Lost the indicator for her. She has a Doombringer, though. 312, 457. That was a big fight that went on there. Purgation with the Conversion Beamer. You saw take the Blood Crusher out. Tier 3, though, for Fear. Gaius Baltar with some Plague Marines. Seems to like using Plague Marines, Gaius Baltar. Has Blastmaster Noise Marines now, too. Mostafa with a Guardian Weapon team. Always got Bright Lance on it. Looking out for the Bane Wolf, maybe. Bane Wolf is repaired. We have some... Oh, we have double Stormtroopers. No kit on these guys yet, though. Inquisitor goes for the cap. 290 to 457. Decent VP lead opened up for the red team here. Shrugging off some bolter fire. Plague Marines coming in, getting awfully close. What are they up to? Are they looking for the Bane Wolf? They lost the model and it explodes, of course. Last master time. Awesome shot on the Stormtroopers. Basically a direct hit. Couldn't get the VP to turn blue. We have the Robes of Torment and the Chains of Torment there. Messing up these fellows. You need to shoot that central mass. There we go. Conversion Beamer got it down, I think. 285 to 457. Hell Fury set up by the Bane Wolf. Nicely done. Hell Fury is a global ability of the Inquisitor. Is that Heretic Aspirant Champion going to die in the fire? I think they did. There's Sanctuary thrown up by the Terminator Librarian. Two big Terminator fellows running at you. I hear Banshee's war shouting, I think. Big brouhaha on the east side. Sluggers going in hard, though, with Ardboys. And use your choppers buffs from the Warboss and Boss Polars in play, too. Those are some souped up sluggers. Also getting heals, of course, from the Pain Boy. Tier 3 Gaius Baltar now. And they get a full bash here. Eldar are going to try and stop it. Bright Lance can't really do much over here. Banshee's running through. Going for the backlines of Shooter Boys. There's a Git Source up on the sluggers. Mind War was in there from the Ghost Helm, but they didn't seem to mind too much. Banshees may wipe. Banshees do wipe. Farseer getting stuck in on the Pain Boy. I think the Pain Boy just killed some Guardians, though. Here's an assist from Fear with the Doom Bolts. Orks need to run, and there's Doom up on the sluggers. Are they going to get away? They are not going to get away. On them in a flash with Doombringer and a bunch of Heretics. Tekesh didn't like it. 271 to 457. Messed up, says Tekesh. Fear with the assist. Doing some great work. Full power bash here. That's what a Bane Wolf will do for you. Ah, Blastmaster hit an object. These guys need to move up with their worship. There we go. Oh, Chaos Lord's gone down. There he is. Twitching on the floor. Sorcerer can get level 3 if they revive. Tier 3 for Mostafa. Tekesh replaces the sluggers again. Getting their burners immediately. OSO with Tier 3. What's Fear saving up for here? They didn't get a tank. Need a bunch of red to get Terminators. Maybe we'll see a big stompy Great Unclean One. It'll be very fun. Interceptors and Strike Squad all getting buffed by We Are the Hammer, of course. There's Mantle of Terror for Battle Rats and Kodakome Tournament for Shrouding, and they have Might of Titan up, I believe. 271 to 428. Players jostling for position here. Blue team taking up mid and east side, going through with a triple push against the Eldar. Fear shows up with some CSM and Doom Bolts. Good hit on the guardsman. Red team backing off a bit here. They're outnumbered. I don't know if Gaius Baltar is responding. Looks like maybe they are, but they can't respond super quickly. Interceptors teleporting in, chucking out their Psych Out grenades, which drains energy. Bad news for the Sorcerer. Very energy intensive hero. Power Claw is in. See all that boss pole buff going on there. Looks like there was a Chains of Torment there. Can they get the Bane Wolf down? Plague Marines getting shots in. Marco Zink CSM weighing in with some Inferno Bolts as well. Looks like it's made it out. Interceptors getting in on Noise Marines. They may wipe here, actually. I don't think they can teleport again, so they should be okay. Sanctuary's up 228 to 428. 200 VPs in it. Got to choose your targets well, Mark of Khorne CSM. They went after some Stormtroopers. There's a shotgun blast, was that? Catachans then run. Holy Pyre is up. There's a lot of stuff standing in the pyre. 215 to 428. 2-1 cap here for the red team still. Still no tier 3 units hitting the field. There we go. Great Unclean One on the way for Fear. CSM made it out barely. Heretics made it out barely. Lots of fire from Let the Galaxy Burn. Not sure what kind of DPS the Librarian does, actually. It is power melee, though. There's that Battle Rights again. Halberd. There's a DPS on this thing again. 83 DPS with a 5 damage splash, too. Blue team will push through the mid thanks to the Warboss. Getting that VP capped. 197 to 428. Can they stop the cap? I don't think they can. Here's a Seer Council, though, for Mostafa. Fear down to just 2 units as the Great Unclean One hits the field. Well, soonish. Seer Council could do some great work here, though. They have that passive range damage resistance aura. The Chaos Fellows will benefit from it, and they're amazing combatants in their own right as well. Can tear through this orky stuff pretty well with power melee and leaping around and stuff. There's tier 3 for Tekesh, last player to go. Bane Wolf is still up, level 2, done some great work here. A 2-1 cap. Let the Galaxy burn. Those guys didn't like it, ran away. Last Master, oh, some friendly fire. I think it hit an object. There's that pyre again. Bane Wolf is not going to get away this time, but it did a hell of a lot of power bashing. I think they got good value out of that. Mostafa says 2. On the east side, indeed it was. Orks can get through and power bash now. Oh, there's nothing to bash. It's worth getting on this VP again, I think. There's the Great Unclean One. Super unit for Chaos. Big old demon fella. Passively damages nearby enemies and is powerful combatant in its own right too. Seer Council are where? They live. They're back at base healing up. If you've got a Great Unclean One and Mark of Khorne CSM and a Seer Council running at you, that's a lot of nasty melee to deal with. Teleporting in are the Interceptors, Blastmaster Noise Marines. Oh, they got the Khorne Worship, they should be okay. Is that unending purge up? It is. Brother Captain healing over there. While he's getting trapped in the chains of torment. If he's being tormented. Big old flank. Are they going to get away? Interceptor fellas. They do. Nicely timed vomit. Oh, and there's Gravity Blade. With the levitation field from Mostafa. Switching back to Doombringer now. Are those Rangers stuck in the webway? Hopefully not. We have Paladins on the field for Miggs. Unique to the Brother Captain. Can take on all targets with the Nemesis Demon Hammers, but they have Doom on them right now. And they're fighting a greater demon. And they just got subjugated by fear. So now they can't use their teleport to escape because they just used it. Fear is just trying to run them back into trouble. Marco Zinc CSM are there. They'll do a lot of damage to Paladins. Heretics are chasing them. Looks like they're going to be alright. I think. I don't think the Great Queen wants to chase too much. And the Stormlord hits the field. Vulcan Mega Bolter with huge amounts of anti-infantry damage. You can reinforce off this thing and jump inside of it too. There's Chains of Torment to torment these Paladins. Can they finish them? They're going to get another one of the models at least. Oh wow. Nurgle Vomit whacked them out. It's always such a big risk, isn't it? Getting Terminator variants against the Sorcerer. Tome of Subjugation is so powerful against them. Those Plague Marines barely making it out. Stormlord will do very good damage to a Great Unclean One with its super heavy infantry type. And all of these Chaos Marines and stuff. Meanwhile, Orks pushing through the mid. 2-1 for blue. CSM on it. See a council backing off. Warboss is looking pretty mean with that power claw. Doesn't have an armor upgrade yet, but does have a battle wagon. Some boys jumping inside of it there. Great Unclean Ones comes to say hello. Sorcerer can teleport that guy out of trouble, so maybe a bit more willing to be aggressive with it. On the west side, an Imperial Abyss from Gaius Baltar and a Chaos Predator with Mark of Thorn taking on the Stormlord. The Stormlord isn't amazing at taking on vehicles. It does have a couple of las cannons, but the main weapon is not an anti-vehicle weapon. Some very brave Catachans just staring at the tank. Here comes the battle wagon. Oh, there's Beamy Looters in there. Doesn't look like they got a shot though. 1-1 cap now. Stormlord. You gonna make it, bud? Got some Chaos Terminators for fear. Trying to use their Power Fist to finish it off, and they get it. Paladins go down quickly. Stormlord goes down quickly. Here comes a Land Raider Crusader for Miggs. 156 to 317. 2-1 cap for the blue team. There's a Fire Prism back there for Mostafa. What is that? Oh, it's Psychic Storm. Makes them all jump back into the battle wagon, which is taking big hits from the Fire Prism. See a council run up to it and regret it immediately because it's running things over now. Is it trying to leave? No, it's not trying to leave at all. It's having too much fun. There we go. Now it's trying to leave. No weapon upgrade yet for these Terminators. Last Master still in play. The tank is repaired. Got a chunk of XP too. Tekesh with a looted tank. Crusader hits the field. There it is with Hurricane Bolters on the sponsons, Twin Linked Assault Cannon, and a Multi-Melter on top. And you can reinforce off that thing. Inquisitor got close enough to mark out a rocket run and then dies. It's a decent rocket run. I don't know if it wiped anything. I think those CSM were high enough level to tough it out. Yeah, level 3. Assault Kit Stormtroopers here need to be careful. They're out. Battle Rights up on the Brother Captain. He's trying to cap here. Level 7, this guy. Done some work. Battle Wagon's alright. Yes, Battle Wagon is alright. There's the looted tank. Mostafa down to a single unit though. Had a rough time on this east side, I guess. Lost their Seer Council. What happened to them? Can't see their bodies anywhere. Was it at a VP or something? Farseer is down here, so maybe they tried to rush the VP and got taken out. Back to the west side though. Conversion beamer almost got the tank down. Blue team stabilizing a bit on the west side, you know, despite losing some big units. They now have that Land Raider Crusader, giving health and energy regen around it. East side. Doom bolts. Didn't seem to do much damage there. He does get blocked by cover. Mostafa gets another fire prism. Great unclean one with a foul snare. Goes for that beamy looter fella who has to run. Orks in retreat. Looted tank. Oh, taking fire prism shots. There's a grenade chucked in there too. Can he give chase? I think the fire prism should be slightly faster. I feel like it's super slow. I mean, it does have really, really good range, but Dawn of War 2 vehicle pathing can sometimes be problematic. Mostafa gets another Seer Council in. Terminator Librarian now on capping duty, level 3. Runs away. Well, backs away. Here we go. Bit of a flank from the guardsmen. They don't even have plasma guns, these fellas. What are they up to? There's a nuke. Another nuke from Gaius Baltar wipes out the double stormtroopers. They retreated into it, and this could be nasty too. It wipes all of that infantry. Hell of a nuke from Gaius Baltar. Only the Catechans survive because they're hiding over here. Ouch, ouch, ouch indeed. Panic retreated those guardsmen, I think. Needed to keep them moving a bit further. So they took a different path. Might have been tough though, because of where their HQ is. They need to retreat it back to the southwest, didn't they? Kashyyykin on the way now for OSO. Foul snare again. Likes to get those looters with it. Looted tank is very low. Warboss cleaving through some Chaos Space Marines. Doesn't go after the fire prism. Instead goes after a Great Unclean One. Wonder if it's worth him getting angry bits so he can charge after this fire prism. There's Doom up on the Warboss, throws out a stomp and runs away. Reaper autocannon up now for the Chaos Terminators. Cloud of Flies diseased up all these shooter boys and they ran away. Farseer level 5 now as the Armor of Assyrian and Spirit Stones. She's had a lot of war gears switching back and forth. She also has the Gravity Blade, right? Level 3 Chaos Pred. Last Master getting shots in. Can they get the VP back, the red team here? Giving it a good go. Plague Marines exploding, needs to run. Conversion Beamer. Getting solid shots at will against that tank. He needs to move back there. There we go. Now it's out of range. Here's your Kashyyykin. They've got grenade launchers in hand, which knock back targets on hits, and they can swap their special weapon as much as they like. Just need to wait for the time. They have to run there though. Meanwhile, red team pushing through the mid. Sorcerer making sure to stay away from the Great Unclean One so that he can teleport it out of trouble. That was a Spirit Stone seal there. Anti-Gore Strike from OSO. That could do some work. Battle wagons. Is this the same battle wagon? I think it is. Repaired up. Warboss takes in the sights, now moves in, and there is a Rocks global nuke from the Orks. That's what it does. And a Nob squad on the field now for Tekesh. I assume the looted tank went down. Is that the remains of it there? I think so. Chains of Torment can also subjugate the Nob squad, of course. They'll be a great target for it. But the captain, level 8, with Holy Armor of Titan. 156, 195. West side is turning red, looks like. These guys should grab this wreck point as well. Not sure if they're gonna, though. Land Raider had to back off, took some damage. Plague Marines will take over the cap. Don't really want to cap with Heretics if you can help it. They'll go down in a stiff breeze. His Holy Armor of Titan in, what is it called again? Immortal. 149 to 195. Players starting to look at the mid VPs quite a lot here, looks like. They both want to push through. Some repairs to the battle wagon. Manticore is striking. I heard those whistles. Didn't seem like it was quite far enough forward. Chaos Predator went down though. Here comes another Chaos Pred for both Fear and Gaius Baltar. Gravity Blade. Are they going to switch off it again? Not yet. Double Fire Prism doing some good destructive work perhaps. So they're using the focus shot rather than disperse shot right now. Here comes a battle wagon charging through. Like 4 units inside of it, looks like, from those light bars. Means that it moves faster and all of the weapons activate. Taking a lot of damage though. Not sure what the plan was there. I assumed the Knob Squad were going to get out and start smacking stuff, but they did not. And now everything's got out. Knob Squad isn't even in there. Some good old lightning thrown in by the Strike Squad, wherever the hell they are. Oh, they're down here. Holy Armor of Titan, I think, going in. Might of Titan, I should say. Chaos Tank goes down. Thanks to a good Manticore strike. There's a Knob Squad. They are fully upgraded, meeting some Nurgle vomits. There's User Choppers. And there's Cloud of Flies. Have they popped Frenzy yet? I guess they must have, because they're not using it. Turn and fight them, I say. There's only 3 of them left. Doesn't want to fight them. Terminator's also backing off. Great and Clean One still doesn't want to fight him. Tank getting awfully close to a Knob Squad. There we go, now he's fighting. Under some Zinch worship. There's Call the Boys reinforcing that Knob Squad. Not sure why the tank is so close. They're going after it now. That was a foul snare on the Warboss. Tank trying to get away. They're going to get suppressed by the base turrets, but is Frenzy available? Frenzy is available, but there's Chains of Torment now. West side is uncapped. 93-177. Another Fire Prism for Mostafa. Knob Squad do run. Warboss gets a decap off this though. That was worth it, I think. Can they get away? Maybe. Doom Bolts. Warboss, 35 hit points, he's alright. West side turning blue. Single cap here for blue team. We have interceptors with Psycannons now. Can teleport around and shoot you. Fire Prism gets the hell out of there. So the council have found some pathogens. Is this the same pathogens? Yeah, these guys are veterans, level 4 now. Garter's going off. Oh, also has a mandate, which is helpful for capping things. 2-1 for the blue team. The Land Raider is still here. Manticore's still here. Got some Grey Knight Terminators. Is this a new Librarian? No, I must have been subjugated at some point, Librarian. Level 8 Sorcerer. A lull in the action. Fear goes through the mid. Orks may have to do something about this. Because Miggs is west side, although they are responding now. Here we go. Gonna get a decap. Knob Squad will tear apart CSM, but there's Chains of Torment again. They're shooting the mass. Down it goes. Hard Boys up on the Knob Squad. Cloud of Flies. They got the decap, and I think that's good enough. Run away, CSM, run away. They may have waited too long. Maybe. Slugger's trying to get them on retreat. They're okay for now. 90-122. I think we just heard a time field going off on the west side. Sorcerer teleports out the Great Unclean One in time. Back to the western edge. Land Raider Crusader doing Land Raider Crusader things. Taking a bunch of shots from Fire Prisms. Plague Marines trying to get in there. Level 4 Plague Marines too. Kassakin, what are you up to? They're just trying to disrupt things. Yeah, look at those Plague Marines getting knocked over. 76 to 122. Blue team cruising through the mid now. Countering against fear. The Orks getting onto the VP. Sluggers on capping duty, but they're getting low. They're getting wrecked, actually. All that demoralization from these Chaos Terminators killing stuff. Warboss on a decap. 1-1 now. West side turning blue. Can they get a triple cap? They bloody might. Great Unclean One is being worshipped, but is quite low. That's why he doesn't want to get stuck in, I think. Still trying to cap. There's another call to boys. And a subjugating Nob Squad. Uh-oh. Turned on their Warboss. There'll be an extra damage while they're subjugated too. Okay, now it's one off. And they do get the triple cap, the blue team. What a fantastic time to get it. Where was the fire prism? Oh, I guess they weren't. I guess they weren't on the west side. Could the Great Unclean One not knock the Warboss off that cap then? Foul Snare, Cloud of Flies, and the Vomit should have all knocked it off. But I guess they weren't available. They didn't want to commit it. Can they get the looted tank down? They can't. Red team getting their VP back, but an orbital thrown in by Miggs. Double cap now for the blue team. Red team back on the western edge though. I think everything should survive the orbital. Yeah, it's mainly to stop the capping. Which it did. Now red team flowing through the mid. Look at the speed of the Seer Council, level 2. Avatar of Cain on the way now for Mostafa. Fire Prisms backing up the Seer Council, as is a damaged Chaos Pred. Down goes a looted tank. Interceptors getting intercepted by Seer Council. Might need a grenade here because Sluggers are counter-initiating. Those guys get to decap the Guardians. A single Chaos Space Marine going into some melee. And doing a good job, apparently. Sluggers run off. What did the Great Unclean One just do there? It's a weird-looking foul snare if it was one. Red team on the VP. 2-1, down to 16. No, 57-16. Incredibly close. Avatar hitting the field. Baneblade hitting the field. Looks like it's going mid. Need to try and get them off the VP, I guess, eh? Avatar is up. Gonna stroll straight through the mid, I assume. Soup unit for Eldar with some powerful area of effect buffs. Gonna be fighting alongside the Great Unclean One. Mandate for the Inquisitor to try and get a decap. Foul Snare says no. Gravity Blade doing some work over here. Orks tossed aside, but the Nob Squad coming in now. Grenade misses them. Farseer's Fire Prisms backing off. Where's that Avatar? 33-16. Blue team taking red team's natural. Sneaky from Miggs. Red team taking the west side back though, I think. From the looks of the map, maybe. Wailing Doom from the Great Unclean One. Sorry, from the Avatar. Great Unclean One's very low. Where's the Sorcerer at? Oh, he's right there. So, it's going to be difficult to get that guy out of trouble if they need to. Although at this stage in the game, it might just be commit the Great Unclean One until it blows up time. Red team decap the west side. And they take it. 2-1. 29-16. Paladins coming in for Miggs. Foul Snare. Great Unclean One doing so much work. Double Chaos Terminators in there. Did not get claws though. So they're going to get wrecked by the Paladins. Double cap for red. They may get a triple. This could be it. I think it is going to be it. Double cap. Triple right at the end. And the red team take it. What epic stuff. Look at these heroes end of the game, eh? Level 7 Inquisitor down. Looks like she had the Inferno pistol. Brother Captain, level 9. Must have been slicing up stuff with the halberd. Level 8 Warboss. Doing Warboss things. Don't know if he ever got an armor upgrade. Level 4 Chaos Lord. I had claws at the end, look. Sorcerer. Level 10. Massive pain in the arse as usual for the enemy team. And Mostafa's Farseer, level 8. Red team take it. Awesome stuff. Thank you all for watching this one, guys. And I'll see you next time.